Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, so in my gold and silver video, I did mention the currency over there in Russia had dropped 20%. And then I also mentioned another stock that was out there pertaining to a bank had lost a lot of value. So people are asking me, what do you think, Pimpy? Should we invest in the Russian ruble? Well, it really just depends on what kind of pocketbooks you have. Because you get a lot of currency brokers and currency dealers out there, or I should say, you get a lot of currency investors out there. They're not playing around with like $10,000 or $100,000. A lot of them are playing with big monies. So is it going to be worth it to you to invest in the Russian rubles? Because it did lose 20%. Or is there much better investments out there where you can make one heck of a return on your investments? They're there. Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. If you are not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. Right now is an excellent time to be buying gold and silver. Many of you have reached out to me saying, hey, Pimpy, now that the 401ks and the IRAs are taking some pretty good sizable hits, I know I procrastinated. What do I need to do to transfer 25-30% or more of my 401ks or IRAs into gold and silver? Look, I say it's better late than never. Seriously, because there's people that are taking some serious slackings on the market right now, and they're losing a ton of their money. And now they're in a position where they have no choice but to hope that things rebound. But in the meantime, for those you still have the ability to transfer over and save yourself and protect your nest egg, head on over to Money Metals. Buy gold and silver. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code PIMPY, P-I-M-P-Y, and you'll get a free half ounce of silver. When you go to their website, I'm going to show you, for those of you who are interested in switching over your IRAs or your 401ks. If you see where the drop-down tabs are, just go over to where it says Other, come over here where it says Retirement Accounts, click it, and right there it tells you what it is you need to do to make the transfer. There's a step-by-step in here, and if you still get stuck, just reach out to Money Metals at 1-800-800-1865, and they'll walk you through the process. Just let them know Pimpy sent you. But don't procrastinate too long. You definitely want to get over there. Gold and silver is really going up, and the stock markets are hurting just a little. For some reason or another, we end up in some kind of conflict, or countries end up in conflict, and you see a bunch of rich people get rich off these things. This is why they get rich. They already know what to start looking into, what to invest into, once a conflict happens. So Russia invaded Ukraine. There's a couple things right away that we know. Their currency dropped 20%. It said the Russian central bank raised its key interest rate to 20% from 9.5 on Monday in an emergency move, and authorities told experts-focused companies to sell foreign currencies as the ruble tumbled to record lows. The ruble hit a low of $1.20 to $1 on electronic currency trading platforms EBS after Putin ordered his military command to put nuclear-armed forces on high alert on Sunday, while the West imposed harsh sanctions against Russia. Yeah, I mean, he's not feeling threatened by Biden. Nobody is. Besides, you heard Klaus Schwab say that Putin and Biden were on the same team, the World Economic Forum. They are agents of the World Economic Forum. I think this has more to do with Ukraine than it does Russia. It says, in another attempt to support the ruble, Russian authorities told Russia export companies to sell 80% of their foreign currency revenues on the market, Finance Minister Antoine Selivanova said. So, yeah, the currency is dropping in value. So just like any other currencies, when they get devalued due to conflict or war, there is an opportunity in which you could purchase it and then wait for it to revalue and make a profit off it. But in Russia's case, is it worth it? Isn't the administration in Ukraine the same one that turned over Biden corruption evidence? Makes you wonder, though. Okay, so right now, where the currency exchange rate used to be 0.013, it is now down to 0.0091. It's not, you're not looking at very much of a profit. Seriously, you can make a couple thousand, but you have to spend several thousand just to make a couple thousand. Let's say you wanted 200,000. There you go, 200,000 Russian rubles. It's going to cost you around $1,826.95 to buy it at its current rate. And even if you sold those same 200,000 back at the original rate, you'd get about $2,600 back. So you make around $600 profit. Is it worth it? No, you would have to invest a large amount of money. So currency investors out there, they do spend a lot of money and they can make a lot of money. But again, you have to have the money in order to make money. So yeah, I did bring it up that, hey, it did drop in value, but that doesn't mean it's not going to stop dropping. So I say we just keep an eye on it. Obviously, if it drops down more, then it's something to consider. When its normal rate for the Russian ruble is 0.013, just keep that in mind as we watch this rate continue to drop. And when the time comes, if you want to go buy it, you can come over to the xe.com. Over here, you could buy and sell the rubles, okay, when the time comes. So just go to XE and put in there what you want. So as you guys know, in the report that I did on gold or silver, I did spot one other thing up in the background where the press secretary was speaking. Not only did I spot that the currency dropped 20%, but there was another company called SberBank, and it said that it dropped in value big time, and it did. The SberBank Russia, on average, their shares bounce between $14 and $16 a share. It is down to $1. Now this would be an investment. So if you spend $1,000, and I'm using round numbers, this isn't including tax and fees, but if you spend $1,000 on the SberBank shares right now, you'd get 1,000 shares. So they're $1 each. But if their normal price range is between $14 and $16 a share, when it goes back up to where it normally is, then the $1,000 that you invested will turn into $14,000 or $15,000, depending on when it is you sold. This would be a great investment. You have to know that this will rebound. So let's look over this over the past 5 years. This is back in 2017. It's $11 a share. Here in 2018, it got up to $20 a share. But it's bounces somewhere between, you could see, 11, 14. Took a little bit of a hit here, went down to 9, came right back up. Oh, this is March. Yeah, everybody took a hit back in March of 2020. That's what happened. But you can see on average, I mean, it's somewhere around $14, $15 a share. And it got up in October to about $20 a share, and has had trouble ever since Putin's been picking on people. So how long do you think this invasion is going to last? The thought process is this: if the shares are down to $1 a share and it stays there for a little while, this gives you a chance to keep pumping money into these shares. This is just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing my opinion with you guys. But if you're buying them at $1 a share and you keep pumping them into there and you accumulate, I don't know, a good 10, you accumulate, $1,000, $2,000 worth, that could be one hell of a return for you, especially if you have time to continue to accumulate shares as long as the price range stays around the same. I think this is a great investment if you have the opportunity to do it. A lot of you are getting your income taxes back right about now, so you're looking for something to invest in. It's just a suggestion that this might be a good investment for you. You could buy it over there at MarketWatch. They have it listed at $1.03. But again, if you look over the last 6 months, you can see the price range: $17, $18, $20, $17, $18. And then when the talk of Ukraine happened, it started to dip just a little, no problem. So the SberBank is something that you should probably take in consideration when you're thinking about investing. So I think I'm going to probably pick up about 1,000 shares, maybe a little bit more, and just see what happens. Anyways, let me know what you think. Sure, the Russian currency It is an opportunity to make some money, but I mean, how much money are you really going to make off of it? You'd have to spend a lot of money to make a lot of money. I think you'll still see it continue to drop in value, and then that would be the time to jump all over the currency. The better investment is the SberBank over in Russia. What do you guys think? Anyways, hit the thumbs up button if you're not a subscriber. Please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.